Just to give you an idea, we have 7,500 people in the database who do at least one thing for us, and that's a value, according to a couple of websites, of over $4 million. And I can tell you we'd be out of business tomorrow. And the way our money works is, very frankly, if we didn't have you as our volunteers, if you weren't out volunteering, we would have 1,000 people on a waiting list right now, just like some other cities our size in the United States. Okay? And keep going. So some of the things we do, here's the mergers. We've taken on these groups right here, and they've all eliminated or reduced costs. If you don't know what these groups are, I don't have time to go through them all with you today. We're happy to talk to you later about them. But it's been interesting, and it's been a wonderful thing for the client. The client gets more stuff. Okay? Our clients, we have a lot of elderly females. Some of them hadn't had a mammogram since Eisenhower was in office. When we got the Columbus Cancer Clinic, we have the only truly portable mammography unit in Central Ohio. They can go out to a church, take care of them. A lot of people have access to that, and you can imagine the benefits from that type of thing. So we talked about this, and we've launched, go ahead, 5 social entrepreneurship activities. I'm going to talk about LA Cater. We started a catering company about 9 years ago. We actually have a little place for it. We also sell meals to other organizations. So if you know Children's Hunger Alliance and some other daycares around town, so they don't have to make the meals themselves, we make a certified school Ohio Department of Ed meal for the kids, and that's important that you have those. And we market them to them. We make the meal for them so that they don't have to do them, and it doesn't duplicate the service, and we're not all coming to you to build $2 million kitchens. Okay, I have 2 kitchens, and there's a lot of equipment, and they're expensive, so we may as well do it. We have a little cafe on the west side called Carrie's Cafe. After our founder, come down to our building on Harmon Avenue any day and have lunch with us. Wellness, we do a lot of corporate wellness. We have about 80 sites right now. We put our nurses and dietitians out on companies, and they work with the companies to keep them healthy and reduce their insurance costs. And then we do immunizations. And if you're traveling somewhere, where's my guy that's heading over to Europe? You're probably safe. But if you're going on safari or something like that, we've got every vaccine you need in our refrigerator. So let's move along here. It's social entrepreneurship. Stanford, who was on TV last night, you probably watched them, defeat Oregon. They actually have a whole program. You could major in this at Stanford, believe it or not now. And Case Western's getting into it, but the idea is to have a for-profit type activity to support the not-for-profit. And the need for this I've already talked about, because we're expected, if you don't know, in Franklin County and Central Ohio, our senior population to double in the next 10 years because of the baby boom. So we got to have some way to do it. Social entrepreneurship can be a lot of different things. It can be mission-driven, whatever it is. Now, somebody might say, and we have a restaurateur in here, might say, gee, you got an unfair advantage because you're not-for-profit and you don't pay taxes on that. Au contraire, our catering company has to go on a separate tax return. We have a 990, it's called tax return for you accountants in here. And there's also a 990T. T's for taxes. Goes on there. If we make money in catering, you have to pay taxes on it. And secondly, in our building at Harmon Avenue, which has an area where we cater events down there on the west side, that piece of the building, we pay property taxes on. That's how it works. So we do those types of things in an attempt to ensure that we do it because it's the right thing to do. That's how the rules work. So understand that's what happens. But let me just tell you, LA Catering will pay for about 300 to 400 people this year who would be on a waiting list if we did not have it. There is no question. You can almost dial the number of clients to the person nationally. You look around at different cities our size. We in Houston, for example, are both in the top 5 nationally in the number of meals we produce each year. Houston has 1,000 people on a waiting list right now. It takes you a year to get started. We have a 0 waiting list. You can get started tomorrow. Okay? The difference is this stuff. You can dial it to the person. So my life would be simpler without a catering company. Trust me. okay? But we also would go to bed every night knowing there were all these people that were desperate